Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sing, Share, and Succeed, navigating Bluebeam Studio. My name is Juliana, and I work in marketing here at MicroCat. And today's presenter is Julian, our applications specialist. Hopefully, at today's webinar, you learn how to streamline project workflows and enhance collaboration using Bluebeam Studio. As usual, throughout the webinar, you can ask a question at any given point on the left-hand corner. You can ask Julian to revisit a step or ask any question. And also, we have links to our social media, website, and YouTube channel. We have our registration page for our webinars on the left hand, so you can register even if you cannot make it, so you can get the on-demand recording. And also, we post all of our webinars in our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it later or share it with a colleague. And without further ado, I'll pass it on to Juli. Hi, Juli.
Hi, Juliana. Thank you for that introduction. And welcome, everyone, once again to our Bluebeam webinar series. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Just give me a second. And there we go. You should be able to see my screen. And as Juliana mentioned, today our main focus is going to be Bluebeam Studio. Uh, Part of our previous series and presentations, we can like give you an introduction on Bluebeam, the software as it is, right? Some of the markup lists, some of the basic options that we have when it comes to collaborating, creating different annotations, markups, using the tools, right? But today, our main focus is going to be Studio, right? So we know that with Bluebeam, we are going to be able to keep track, customize permissions, right? So everything that our software is meant to do some document management, some markups, right? We are going to be able to do some quality control. We are going to be able to share and integrate our software with other platforms, right? But at the end, this particular feature that we are going to see, which is a studio, uh, is an element that is only a part of Bluebeam, right? With a studio, we are going to be able to do some document management. We are going to be able to collaborate online with users in real time, right? We are going to be able to store and secure our files in the cloud. And well, basically, you know that PDF is the way to go when it comes to document sharing, right? Because at some point, probably you're sharing some of your files, and let's say that someone doesn't have the software that you use to create your drawings, right? At the end, you're going to create that PDF file type, right? And share it with your consultants, with other companies, with contractors, and they are going to be able to as well send you back information using that format. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our Bluebeam and define how we are going to sync, collaborate, right, and use all these other features. Now, the version that I'm using is Review 21, but Studio as well is going to be available for Review 20. Previous versions, such as 19 and older, they are no longer being supported. So if you still using Review 20, you just need to make sure that you have your active maintenance. And at some point, you may want to upgrade to subscription so you can use Studio. Now, where we are going to find this tool. So as you have been attending to our previous sessions, you know that on the panels we have some of our tools, and on my case in particular, I have a studio shown right here at the top right. So the icon is the home for Bluebeam, right? And on that home, we are going to be able to quickly access right there, and this is going to be studio. Now, Bluebeam is going to have a studio projects and studio sessions. Now, the main difference between those two is that with studio projects, we are going to be able to use the document management portion. We are going to be able to share and host projects with multiple members. We are going to be able to save and store our files and as well invite members. Now, what is going to be important the first time that you log in, you want to make sure that you use your credentials, right? And use your server. Now, specifically for the one that I'm sharing with you right now, you can see that the server that I'm using is the United States server, right? But maybe for other members, they are going to have different locations for the server. After that, you're going to be able to see studio projects. And right here, you can see some of the projects that I have created and joined. But at the same time, you can go ahead and select the option to add a new project or create a new project or even join a new project. So someone can send you an invite, right? And on that invite, they are going to provide this number right here. That is going to be the ID of the project. So you can join using that ID. So you can see right here the options to type it in or just simply create a new project. When it comes to the new project creation, it's just going to ask you for the name. Once you create it, you're going to be able to access the following dialog box. Now, notice and remember the tabs that we have at the left or right side, you can always collapse them, right? So let me collapse my studio. And right here, you're going to notice that I'm part of today's project, which is going to be webinar for June 6th, right? And this is what I'm going to be able to see. Right away, I have a dashboard where I'm going to be able to quickly create folders. So right there, I just right click to create a new folder. You can see that I can upload files, upload a folder, right? At the top left, you're going to find an area where you're going to be able to manage your documents and as well a drop down list that is going to show your folder, your files. Next thing that you're going to find is the settings menu. On that settings menu, you can go ahead and select that option. And from right there, you're going to find information regarding your project, how you're going to give members access. For example, right here, I invite some of my colleagues, right? Permissions for those members, right? First are going to be the permissions for the members regarding the project, then folder permissions for those members, right? If you want to add multiple members, you can go ahead and select that option right there with the trace of the person. And from right here, you can paste the emails and at the end, just add them, right? So this is kind of like the first part of the project, creating your project. You know that is going to be stored in the cloud, that is going to be secure, and you have information regarding the ID. Once we start, you're going to be able to upload multiple different type of files, right? So you can upload your PDF files, you can upload images. If you use the Microsoft products such as a Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you can upload it as well to this folder, right? Remember, it's going to be document management. Once you receive the invite, you're going to see something like this. So notice that I'm going to be able to quickly kind of like open preview images. So right here, this is the invitation that I create and send it to my team member, my colleague, right? You can see the ID. Once you have created that project and you receive that invite, you're going to be able to join the project, meaning that, okay, you can go ahead and click that option. It's going to give you a link to automatically open up the software, right? So this is kind of like the main thing. Now, what I want to share with you is that with the PDF files that you upload, think about it as a library. You're going to be able to open up the files. So notice that it's allowing me to open it on a split view. I'm going to say yes. And once you open the file, you're going to be able to see any existing markups and why not, right? But just notice the following. At the top left, the file is locked, right? At the right side, you can see some of my markup tools. They are going to be disabled, meaning that, okay, this is in only view mode for now. If I want to edit this file, what I might need to do is unlock it, right? So right here, you can see that I do have a properties and revision history. So if you want to edit and modify that file, what you're going to do is right click and you can check out the file, right? So you can check out the file, make all the edits that you want, and then once you're done, you can check it back in. So this is, as I mentioned, is going to work as a library. If you're using that file, you need to take permissions to use it, modify it, send it back, so other members are not going to edit and modify that file. Now, the second tool that is going to be really useful right here when it comes to the projects and user management is going to be the sessions. So notice that I open up once again right here my studio, right? And notice the icon. This is for the projects. This one right here is for the sessions. On a session, what I'm going to be able to do is use this file that I have right here actively open, and notice the icon right here at the top left. How you can convert that file to a session? Well, you can right click, and if it's a PDF file, it's going to give you the option to create a session. As well, you can join the session, right? From right here by right clicking the file, or as well, you can go right here to your tab and select to open up the session. Now notice, right here automatically is going to open up that file for me, and you're going to be able to see the following. For example, you can see who's online on this file, right? You can see the recording of the previous edits that happened to this session. And on real time, I'm going to be able to create some markups. So for example, right here, I can notice that there's an issue with this window that has no tag, right? And at the end, you can see that, okay, I added a markup. But as well, I can see on real time how my team members are going to add as well markups to that area. So this is a really great feature when it comes to collaborating with this product, right? So when it comes to the session, you can see everything that is recording, right? And on real time, you're going to be able to see when other members are adding real time markups. So as you can see right here, my colleague added just another markup, right? And with that markup, they are going to be able to track and tell me, okay, so I might need to move this door, right? Now, on real time, as you can see, all the edits, I can leave my mouse right there on top, and it's going to give me kind of like a time frame of any updates that my team member is doing. So at this time, they added that markup, right? And something as well that you are going to be able to see is as they are adding the measurements and all that, are options to notify. So for example, I can notify my team member right here. So I can right click, and one of the options that I have regarding the markups is alert the attendee. So for example, I can select right here, Maria. She's going to be notified, right, with this markup. And as well, she can do the same. You can notice that when I alert her, it's going to give me the icon for the bell, right? And if for some reason she as well wants me to see uh, a notification that comes from her end, it's going to give me as well uh, a bell right here. So notice, if I'm not able to see it right away, I can always go to the notifications, and right here is going to give me a pop-up, right? Letting me know that my team member told me something. So right here is going to highlight that markup, right? And I'm going to be able to see the markup. Now, something else that you're going to notice right here when I'm using these sessions is that maybe at some point I lose internet connection. So notice right here at the top, I suddenly disconnect, right? Meaning that I'm working offline. Let's say that I have the job site, right? And I need to make a markup right here. So on the copy, I want to add a markup, right? Now, all these edits that I'm making, notice the small icon that they are going to be visible right there. Basically, it's telling me that, okay, you're working on offline mode. All those edits are going to be pending, right? So once again, I regain back connection. I'm going to be able to quickly connect once again. Now, these markers are going to be published, right? And I'm going to be able to see them in real time. Now notice right here on the list of the record, I'm going to be able to see those. Now, once I'm completely done with all these markups, and as you can see on real time, I can as well let my team members know. Right here at the bottom right, we have a chat. I can say done with my markups, right? And I can send that information to my team member. They can as well agree or let you know, no, I'm going to continue working with this file. But it's as well a great tracking tool for all the markups that you're creating in your project, right? And you're going to be able to collaborate on real time with your members. Once you're done, well, you can simply, there we go. You can see that they reply. You can simply just finish your session by closing the file, right? Next time that you want to go back, you can see that as well. Right here at the bottom right, you can see when someone joins the session, when someone leaves the session. So this is going to be a great feature. Now, some last thing that I would like to mention is when you send an invite to a session, members may have the option to join the session directly, right? If the members don't have a Bluebeam account, they can create it, right? And maybe at some point as well, you're going to receive this feature. So it's going to ask you, do you want to use Bluebeam Review, the software, as I'm showing it right now, or do you want to join in the web? Now, when it comes to the web, it's going to allow you to join through Bluebeam Cloud, but we are going to leave that for our next session. Alrighty, but this is everything that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the session. And yeah, thanks guys for attending.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Julian. Remember to check our registration page for more webinars. And thank you, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Goodbye, everyone.